Greetings, students. Today's topic of the day for Jurisprudence 1 for BLLB 5th Sem and LLB 1st Sem are sources of law and scope and utility of law. In the last class, we were discussing about the sources of law. We discussed about the legal precedents and custom being one of the main sources of law. In this class, we will be continuing with the other sources of law. So, in accordance to the sources of law, or in accordance to the Salmond, sources of law can be defined as number one, legal sources. When we talk about legal sources, what are legal sources? Legal sources are case laws having source in judicial precedents, consisting of common laws that we usually read in judgments and law reports. Precedents could also be considered as a source of law, as precedent is made recognition and application of new rules by courts administering justice. The process of enacted law having sources in legislation consists of statutory laws. Juristic laws. Professional opinion of experts or eminent jurists. These are also considered to be sources of law. So certain professional work of eminent jurists and people with legal bent of mind in the legal domains are also considered as juristic laws or sources of laws. Precedent as a source of law. In India, the judgment rendered by Supreme Court is binding in all subordinate courts and tribunals within its jurisdiction. Till the 19th century, reported cases of precedents were probably followed by the court. However, in 19th century, courts started believing that precedents not only has great authority but must be followed in certain circumstances. Now, types of precedents. Number one, authoritative precedent. Number two, persuasive precedents. Now let us understand the scope of jurisprudence. Jurisprudence has several definitions since people have different ideologies. As we have seen in the first class, when we are discussing about the definition of jurisprudence, several philosophers and legal propounders have given different definition and different meaning of jurisprudence. So in accordance to the different philosophies and different definition of jurisprudence, several ideologies have been meted out and propounded. Austin said that the science of jurisprudence is concerned with positive laws, that is strictly so called. It has nothing to do with any form of morality, that is goodness or badness in law. It is considered to be an absolute law and it is also considered to be a positive law. So either it's positive or absolute law, which is to be done with reasoning or needs to have a scientific approach towards law. And there is nothing to be done with goodness or badness in law. So, the positive law has two aspects. One is general jurisprudence, another is particular jurisprudence. Now, let us understand what is general jurisprudence. General jurisprudence is universal jurisprudence. It is accepted universally in nature. By general jurisprudence, it is meant science of positive law or absolute law, which is not limited or confined to a particular place. It is a science of different systems of law obtaining in different societies. So it is general in nature, it is universal in nature and characteristic, and it is purely accepted everywhere. Now let us move off to particular jurisprudence. Particular jurisprudence, on the other hand, is confined to a particular system of law in present or in past. Particular jurisprudence is the science of particular system of law, present and past, and is confined to a particular country. Therefore, sometimes the national jurisprudence or general jurisprudence has a wider scope than particular jurisprudence. Since it is confined, the scope is pretty less in the domains of particular jurisprudence. But general jurisprudence, which is uniform in nature, which is universally accepted by everybody, has a better and wider scope and spectrum, which the particular jurisprudence tends to lack. Now, Utility of jurisprudence. Jurisprudence can teach people to look forward, to look sideways around them and realize answers around them, and to realize legal problems which must be found and considered in social needs and wisdoms. Secondly, to develop logical reasoning. Of course, once you study jurisprudence, your mind opens up because you tend to have a legal bent of mind. And when your legal bent of mind is fueled, your legal reasoning or logical reasoning tend to be enhanced. Thirdly, it trains critical faculties of the mind of the student so they can dictate fallacies and use accurate legal terminology and expression. So once your mind opens up in the legal domains, of course, you can understand the disadvantages or the shortcomings, and you can understand legal precedents, terminologies, precedents in a better manner. Fourthly, helps in logical analysis of the legal concept and sharpens logical techniques of lawyers, which helps to put law at the right context. Lastly, study of jurisprudence is an opportunity to lawyer to bring legal theory in life and focus on human thoughts and relations to social existence. So as we have seen, jurisprudence connects people with the social system. It connects people with the legal expression in and the legal world with the social existence. It also teaches the right person or the lawyers the legal expression in the social world, and also at the same point of time enhances the logical analysis of legal concepts, sharpening the logical techniques. So these are the utilities and scopes of jurisprudence itself. So please remember, jurisprudence not only makes us understand the law, and it is not only considered as the study of law, but at the end of the mind, it opens up our legal bent of mind and gives an expression into the legal world. And not only it gives an expression, but at the end of the day, the knowledge that we tend to derive by studying jurisprudence also helps us to connect with the social world that we dwell in. So it is the connection or the bridge between the social world and the knowledge that we tend to derive by studying this subject, where we can not only understand but also decipher the fallacies that we tend to see and express ourselves in a better manner with a logical bent of mind, so that the problems that we tend to face in real life can be solved or dissolved by using this technique or logical concepts that we learn. So today this will be it. Thank you, class.